is an update on a story that we covered earlier. Republican Representative Van Taylor will not be seeking re-election after news broke of his affair with a woman who's been dubbed the ISIS bride. Now, she herself is not involved in ISIS. Her husband had actually left the United States to become an ISIS fighter. But she's chilling in the United States, and she was dabbling with this affair with a US representative, Van Taylor. Now, again, news broke. He decided not to seek re-election because of how bad this all looks. But what's really interesting is that the woman he had the affair with, Tanya Joya is her name, has now made the decision to dish the details in regard to what his preferences were, what their relationship was like. This is, I'm gonna say it, some of you might be judging me for even bringing this up on the show. And guess what? You should, okay? This is not in any way an important story. This is nothing more than hot goss. That's it. But I love it and I deserve it, okay?
She needs hot goss.
I'll tell you. Listen, we covered a lot of heavy stuff on the show today.
Yeah.
Just give this to me, okay? Let me have it.
I mean, look, it is an affair, which I personally think if we could all agree that politicians and sex slaves don't matter, then that would be perfectly fine. But that is in the territory of a political scandal. I don't think you're 100% wrong. You're like 80% wrong to bring this up.
The reason why I initially thought this story was interesting when we first covered it was because the Republican Party clearly went after him because he spoke out against Trump. And I was like, man, that is messed up, right? Like, I don't like that climate. I don't like how insane the Republican Party has become, and I thought that element to the story was interesting. But now I'm just captivated by it, okay? And you'll know why as I give you the details. So she agreed to an interview with UK tabloid The Daily Mail, but these are direct quotes from her, okay? So this is what she had to say. For me, it was about making love, but for him, it was just sex. Whenever he was in town 4 or 5 times a night, he was all over me, Jesus Christ. There were no flowers, no gifts. He didn't take me on a single date in 8 months. He was like, no, I'm too famous. Everywhere I go, I get harassed.
No, that is such a dodge. Honestly, we started off this segment putting up a photo of him. If they were to put up 2, like him and 1 random representative, I wouldn't be able to pick him out of a lineup of 2. I'm honestly not even sure that's him. You're too famous, buddy. That dude just doesn't want to spring for dinner.
No, I get it.
He looks like every guy his age, every white guy of roughly that age with a little curl of hair. It's
Listen,
not Vin Diesel. He could go to Applebee's.
In this day and age, anyone who's a public figure who thinks that they can have an affair and get away with it is an idiot. Anyone. It doesn't matter what kind of public figure you are, you will be discovered. So like he knew that, but he thought, I'm gonna take the risk anyway, right? I'm gonna go for it anyway, and look, he got caught.
Can we put up that B-roll again one more time? Because this is, can we just one more time? So that's him pictured being asked, like, can we go to Outback? And he's like,
look at that smile.
Outback, she can get steak, what if we just get in bed?
Okay.
That's all this is, by the way. I'm the exact same way. That's why I know.
Okay. She says this: a couple of times, like Christmas, my birthday, Valentine's Day, he gave me cash, $500 a time. That was it. I was like, wow, it feels like you're paying me for sex. It made me cringe, but he claimed he was too busy to buy gifts and didn't want the paper trail on his credit card. One person said to me, you're his booty call. I didn't really know what that was because I'd been MIA for 10 years in the Middle East. How do you not know what a booty?
And why do people keep asking me to Netflix and chill? I don't understand.
Okay, something's not adding up. Because earlier she had claimed that he had offered to buy her a house worth $600,000. And let me just say, you're not gonna be able to show up with a briefcase full of money and buy a house. It doesn't work that way. So what's really going on here?
I feel like sometimes it works that way.
I mean, if you're a Russian oligarch, maybe.
Yeah.
But I don't.
Saudi prince.
I don't think you could just pay for a house in cash. Like,
yeah, I think Look, he was promising her things probably that he never intended to deliver. Maybe.
You're right.
I mean, if he never cared enough to set up a date 3 districts over or something. I don't know their relationship, but there's some warning signs.
But John, I do think you need to apologize to the audience because you implied that Van Taylor is a cheap man, that he didn't want to take her out on dates because he didn't want to spend money on that Outback Steakhouse prime rib, okay? So I don't even know if they have prime rib. I don't think I've ever been to an Outback. Have you been to an Outback Steakhouse?
Outback's pretty good.
Is it good?
I mean, I don't generally eat like a lot of meat, but
is it authentic Australian food?
Yeah, no, I think it's authentic Eastern Coast Australian. Obviously, the cuisine differs by region, but no, not at all.
Okay.
They've got good like baked potatoes with like sweet butter. I remember that.
Sweet butter.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta try
And they
that.
have these onions that bloom.
I've heard about the blooming onion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's good to have your vegetables.
Must be native to Australia. I don't know how that works.
Might be. But I don't think I forgot about how you need to apologize. Turns out he's not cheap at all. I mean, $500 at a time. He's
a couple times over how many months? Those date nights add up. I think he did the calculations, he ran the numbers, and I think he saved some money in the long run. Okay,
now here's where things get good. Turns out he's got a fetish, and look, there's a reason why fetishes are usually they're usually something like taboo, right? And that's definitely the case here. He thought it was really cool that he was having sex with the first lady of ISIS. By the way, maybe don't refer to yourself as the first lady of ISIS. Not a good look. To be honest, I haven't been with a single guy in America who doesn't think that's a turn on. It's really sick, but at the same time, we would just laugh about it.
I don't, the fact that she refers, like maybe she's just using it because she is so frequently referred to as ISIS bride or something. Maybe they're trying to set up a reality show, the first ladies of ISIS. I don't know. I don't know if it's a branding thing long term. But look, whether she wants to be called it or not, she gets called it. Maybe she's sick of it at this point. I honestly don't know. The fact that he thinks it's a turn on, look, he probably has a pretty run-of-the-mill boring life. And this is something that's gonna spice it up. I honestly think though, man, she's got a fascinating life. Not only getting wrapped up in all that for all the problematic parts of it, and then having an affair with a congressman. Like she's gonna have a Hulu show dedicated to her before she's done with this.
Yeah, she's having the time of her life.
Yeah.
She knows how to keep things spicy.
And would you find the fact that a man had been in ISIS to be a turn on?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You know what I like?
Yes, everyone in America knows exactly what you like in startling detail.
Yeah, this ain't for me. This is for other people. Look at my husband. You'll get a sense of what my fetish is.
He takes her out to Applebee's. He treats her right.
Damn right.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.